Hello and welcome to Youth Behind Science, and today we have this privilege of having one of the profound figures in the field of communication and development, Professor Taiabur Rahman from University of Dhaka. We'd like to welcome you, sir, to Nepal and to our department.
Yeah.
I hope you are having a wonderful time.
Yeah.
So how's the experience been so far?
The experience is excellent. This is an opportunity to find many people here who are coming from different regions with their diversified experience, and it has been an excellent time here to get to know each other, to know about their region, about their development, their life.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So we, throughout 2 days' time, we have heard so many keynote speeches and presentation. Would you like to, recommend, or let's say, which one were your personal favourite ones, or struck in mind, let's say, the insights?
It is really difficult to say which keynote has been the best, but I think there are, for example, why are we here? We are here to get to know each other, and we need to work together, because earlier we have SARC, South Asian Regional Corporation, and it has not been active due to many reasons, due to political and other rivalries. So I think this conference has given us an opportunity to be here, to know each other, and a conference can give you some ideas, and we can work on this. We can take this relationship further. We can think, better, and we can take it forward.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So I'd like to create a scenario, especially in the field of development. So after the Second World War ended, the United States, especially Henry S. Truman, the President of the United States, he gave this development paradigm to the entire world, and it was, I think, a bit more one-sided. And later in the 80s, there was a paradigm shift to the development. After the, let's say, beginning of the 21st century, how do you see the development paradigm, especially in South Asia?
Yeah, after the Second World War, the Western theories of development, the growth theories given by Rostro, Harold Domar and others, and they argued that it is the Western way to develop. There is just one way to develop, you follow them and become like that. Then there are other theories, dependency theory, then alternative development theory. Now we have post-development theory, who is a serious question about the idea of development imposed on the third world by the Western countries. So they have, this post-development has given ideas of how to diagnose the problem. The problem with the post-development theory is that it has not been able to give a solution to the problem that they have identified. But I think what we can do, you just take a look at the European countries. They have EU, they have single currency, there is no visa requirement there. We can do this promote this kind of regionalism here, and we need to work together, and we can leverage each other's comparative advantage.
So what is hindering for this cooperation?
I think that is politics, politics, and politicians need to understand the, feelings of the people here. There is no problem with the people of Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and other, pan-Himalayan countries. The problem is with the political leaders. So I think they need to sit together, and SARC has given a platform. And then BIMSTEC. These are the regional organizations which can really bring these politicians together, and they need to really understand the feelings of the people. People are fine, but the problem is with the political mindset of dominating on another.
Yes.
I think in the context of Indian subcontinent, there is a new theory. They call it new realism. And that argue that if you cannot work with these giants, then just you form a small from and then try to activate it. This is how you can benefit from one another. So I think it is the duty of the big power, for example, India, China, and Russia, is a bit far. But I think the leader of these three big power, they need to, communicate with one another. They need to work together. They should play the leading role in uniting these people. But unfortunately, that is not happening actually. So I think the small countries and even the big countries who is agree to work together, and they don't want to bring politics here.
Yeah.
They can work together and they can take the relation forward. They can benefit from one another.
Okay. I'd like to ask one particular question. As many experts say, I think it's quite visible that the power is shifting to Asian countries, especially China, India, Russia, and all these things. So with the rivalry amongst these countries, later we'll see, I think we've already started to see these things. How will countries like Nepal, Bangladesh, and other small countries cope with their rivalry?
We are already having problem with India. India had been really a friend of us earlier, especially they extended their support and cooperation during the 1970 Liberation War. But the situation is different now because after this uprising in 2024, I think the mood of the people has changed. Especially the former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has, fled away from Bangladesh, and now she has taken a shelter in India, and majority of the people of her party, even the member of parliament, ministers, are hiding in India. And the Indian print media are, printing news about their
we know how things are in
but
India.
when the Bangladesh government, the current government is, sending message to the Indian counterpart, they simply, deny it. And that is creating actually mistrust, distrust,
Instability.
And but the Indian government, the current government, argues that there will be an election in February next year, and they would restart the relationship with the newly elected government. That is their stand. But in Bangladesh, the overall, overall sentiment is not that positive towards India, given the current situation, because the Sheikh Hasina has, has been termed as a killer because she has killed many people, and she ordered the police and other forces to kill people. So people will not accept her.
I think you are quite familiar with the same exact scenario took place on October 8th here as well, the Gen Z protest, and the Prime Minister, the then Prime Minister, is still here. How do you view the political change in Nepal as well, if you have acknowledged it?
Okay, we were watching what was happening in Nepal. Nepal was doing well in terms of democratic transition, and even the elections that were held earlier were quite good, probably, it better, but the news that we received was positive about the election that were held. Even the political reform was also taking place. So I think Nepal was moving to the right direction, but the problem is with the government who is in power, because government need to listen to the people. I think the same was the case with Sheikh Hasina in Bangladesh, because she had her own way to govern. She
underestimated the voices
and
of
I think same was the case with Nepal. The government did not listen to the people, did not listen to the voice of the young people, because these are the people who want to take their country forward, and probably the government did not show much respect to their sentiments, to their needs, to their demands. That's why this kind of uprising.
So do you think these two countries with the same political scenarios will be stabilized in the near future?
I believe so, and we expect that elections will be held free and fair, and through that elected government will take charge, and they will remember what happened earlier, because they need to learn from their past and their previous leaders. So I mentioned in one of my speech in Bangladesh that this July movement, the uprising took place in Bangladesh in 2024. So the newly elected government need to listen to the people. Otherwise, the election will be held in February, and July is not that far.
Indeed.
So it can happen in July 2025, 6, 27, 28. So it is a matter of time. So I think the same thing applies to Nepalese context.
Yeah.
So the newly elected government, which will come through a free and election, need to change their mindset. They need to listen to the people. They need to develop an institution through which the government can be held accountable.
And trustworthy at the same time.
Of course.
Thank you, sir. It's a great pleasure talking to
Thank
you, and I hope you'll have a wonderful time. How long will you be staying in Nepal?
I'll be leaving tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
But I have already enjoyed my stay here. Especially, I had the opportunity to get to know so many people coming from different regions. So it has been an extraordinary pleasure, and the Nepalese hospitality is unparalleled.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Hope to see you soon again.
Yes.
Have a wonderful flight.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.